Welcome to a lesson with Dr. Powell. Let's take a look at another example of even and odd function. So, or if it's even or odd, suppose we have f of x is equal to x plus x cubed all over, and let's do x times the opposite value of x, and just leave it at that. Okay, now, again, let's do this. Let's look at this reflection across this way. So we multiply all our x's by negative. So inside where the x's are, that is. So we replace x with negative x. And we have negative x and opposite value of negative x. Now, if we look at this carefully, so this will become, you can put the negative outside the x like that. And here, see this cube and the negative, it interacts to just keep it negative. Then here, that just is a negative there. And the opposite value, let's just write it like that. Now, be a little bit careful because this is a fraction and you see negatives here, negatives here. Something might actually happen there. What if we were to factor out a -1 out of the top and a -1 out of the bottom? Notice that these cancel. We're just left with this. X plus x cubed over x times the opposite value of x. Notice that that's the exact same as this. That means that this function is even. Since a horizontal reflection this way gave us back the exact same function. Let's look at it just one more example too on top of this one. What if we did f of x is equal to x times opposite value of x again, plus 1 over x plus x cubed. Let's look at this one. So again, we do the same thing. We put in negative everywhere, negative x everywhere for x. And then opposite value, we can ignore the negative. Here we just have negative x. Here we have plus, and then we have negative x, and this is just, see this negative can come outside the parentheses because the cube interacts with it. So it can just look like this. Whenever we write this, this cube is not affecting the negative. It only affects the negative here in parentheses. So we've actually done something here when we've rewritten it. Now notice that, okay, we have this, good. It's kind of nice if we can factor out negatives at this point. So let's do that. So we have negative x, opposite value of x, and then minus 1 over x plus x cubed. Oh, what did I do? See this? I can factor out a -1 out of that. And so it really looks like this. And then see this -1, I could either move the negative to the top or I can put it out front. And that's exactly what I did here. So I get something that looks like this. Okay, well, this doesn't look like the original function, so it probably isn't even. So, but maybe it's odd. Okay, now to see that, we would replace our y with -y, which is the exact same as just making everything which is already equal to y, right? This is all y, just making all that negative. So let's think of the result of reflecting it this way. It's just to make all of that negative, since that is the y value. So negative x, opposite value of x, minus 1 over x plus x cubed. Now notice that this is the same as this. So even though it's not even, reflecting it this way or this way produces the same result. Hey, that's odd. It's the same. It's an odd symmetry. Thanks for watching.